Hey there, Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading for the week of January 20th. You have this T-Rex card. It says Alchemy, Raw Power, Base Chakra. You have this African Lynx. It says Silence, Body Language, and Prophecy. And so I would be definitely paying attention to like your senses this week with that African Lynx card. I feel that they could be kind of like guiding you. And, the thing is, you have the Five Wands here. And sometimes with the Five Wands, I feel it's really important that we pay attention to what is not being said in situations, or we kind of need to read between the lines. And with the Ten of Pentacles, this could represent like a successful opportunity for you where, the opportunity is coming from paying attention to what is not being said, And so I would definitely do that. You have the Eight of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Five of Wands. The Eight of Pentacles is kind of straightforward, diligent work, or working diligently towards like a goal or a wish or a dream or whatever it is that you're working towards. So there could be a lot of like straightforward success coming in for you with the Eight of Pentacles, and you could be getting this success through work that you're doing. Eight of Pentacles, like I said, is straightforward, diligent work. He's just working towards something and trying to master a craft, and he is almost done. He only has one more pentacle to complete, and then he will be done with what he's doing. We also go down to like the Ace of Swords and the Three of Cups, which is very good. The Ace of Swords is a victory. The Three of Cups, these three women are celebrating a harvest. And then you also have the Ten of Pentacles, which could be a harvest kind of. Not really, but kind of. Ten of Pentacles is building, leaving a legacy. Ten of Pentacles is kind of creating everything you want and desire in your life. The Ten of Pentacles forms the Tree of Life on the card, so I feel a lot of you could be very focused on like your goals or accomplishing things. I always say this is a card of building and leaving a legacy, which is something that we will do forever. And now, this has been a major focus for everyone for a few years now, I believe, because of Uranus and Taurus. Uranus and Taurus wants all of us to create true freedom in life, and one way to do that is to kind of like have a big picture to work towards, you're like the ultimate vision for your life, which the Ten of Pentacles can represent. Now, it doesn't mean that we'll actually accomplish this. It just means that as long as we are working towards it, we will find success. You have the Five of Wands. Five of Wands can represent conflict and competition. I kind of feel like you're winning a competition, or you have the opportunity to win a competition. We go up Five of Swords to the Queen of Swords here. So again, if there is like some sort of competition, like this could be work or business competition for obvious reasons, I feel that a lot of you could be like standing out or, rising to the top here. So very positive. With the Eight of Pentacles, you have the Queen of Swords again. Queen of Swords is about, I'm going to point to this one. It's just easier to see. But she has clouds only halfway up her body. So she is seeing what she needs to do clearly. The whole point of the Queen of Swords is that she has gained clarity and she sees things clearly for the first time. So the Queen of Swords is about kind of like gaining clarity or seeing things clearly. And this could say that you finally understand what you need to work on to create progress or to get ahead. And that's kind of like what I feel here. With the Ten of Pentacles, you have the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is a change in direction. So Seven of Pentacles, he's looking at those Seven Pentacles, and he is thinking, like, is the juice worth the squeeze? Now, with the Five of Wands, some of you might be looking at your ultimate vision. Like, you might have a dream, or you might have this idea of what the perfect life would look like, and you might just be changing your mind. I think a lot of people are doing that right now, where it's like things you thought you wanted, you no longer want, and you want new things or different things out of life. I really have nothing to add to the conversation because I think everybody is basically doing this. Like, there are certain things that we thought we wanted, but right now we're like in a time of truth, and so a lot of us could be discovering that the things we thought we wanted aren't really what they appear to be in the first place, right? And it's kind of like how I feel about relationships. I think people don't look at like what a relationship actually requires, which is like work and, working with another person. I mean, you're expected to live with a person for the rest of your life and things are going to go perfectly. I doubt it. So, again, I think people don't realize like below this, what goes on below the surface, right? There's more to it than just like, oh, I'm going to marry this person and it's going to be wonderful and we're going to love each other, right? And so I think right now what we're seeing is a lot of people are maybe being more honest about like what is actually required to get something. And we might be deciding like, I don't want this or I don't want that because I don't want the baggage that goes along with it. So I'm just using relationships as an example. This could be anything. With the Five of Wands, you have the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is quick success or quick conclusion. This is about choosing a direction, I feel, with the Five of Wands and the Eight of Wands. I would maybe I've said this to you before, Sag, but I would definitely encourage you to move towards competition. And, like, I feel that you are going to win, and I'm not saying that you're, like, entering into a competition. You might be. But what I am saying is that there is, this could be like maybe there's a competitive job opening, or maybe there's like a raise that a bunch of people are trying to get, or a promotion or something. Like, I would encourage you to go for those types of things, because I think you'll win with the Ace of Swords. Next, in the area of what's coming in for you, you have this card. This Dolphin Spirit says, stop taking life so seriously and splash some joy in your everyday life. You have this Cosmic Hatching. It says, what you've been waiting for is ready to be. Your patience is about to be rewarded. There you go. So definitely some quick success coming in here. And, again, you could be getting something that you've been waiting for. I really feel that the card should say that this is something that you have earned. The Hermit has gone through a dark night of the soul, and he has climbed to the top of this mountain, and now he's shining his inner light. But he has kind of earned his right to stand at the top of this mountain. He has earned the right to shine his inner light. So I feel a lot of you have earned this, like whatever you're getting here. And so, that's definitely something I would pay attention to. I would also encourage you to, like, not hold back, especially if there's an opportunity for you to shine your light, like entering into a competition or something like that. I feel the Hermit is saying do it. Mostly because you have the Ace of Swords, which is a card of a victory. Now, with the Ace of Swords, sometimes we have to cut one thing out to have something else. There's a palm frond right here, olive branch right here. Palm fronds in the tarot can represent like a sacrifice. The olive branch can represent like an offer of peace, or it can represent abundance. And so sometimes I feel with the Ace of Swords that we are removing like one thing so we can have something better. And like I said, with the Seven of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles, I kind of get this feeling that there might be something that you're realizing you don't want anymore, because of what goes into it. And, it feels like work related to me. So it's like maybe you're realizing that you don't want your job, you want something else, or maybe you're realizing that you need a different position because you want something else. And, I feel the Ace of Swords is saying go for it, because you will be victorious. And, that's what I feel here. You have the Eight of Cups. So, again, I kind of feel like the Eight of Cups is just repeating the message that you're walking away from something. It makes sense with the Seven of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles, because he is walking away from something that maybe kind of fulfilled him. Really the story of the Eight of Cups is he's walking away from these 8 cups because something is missing. They don't really fulfill him. And, the story of the card is that he doesn't know if he's walking towards fulfillment or not. Some people say he's walking towards the Nine of Cups, but again, he doesn't know that. He just knows that what he is leaving behind is not right. So sometimes we have to have like the confidence, and we have to be, kind of trust ourselves enough to know that a situation isn't right, and we walk away from it and hope that we find fulfillment. With the Hermit, you have 2 cards. You have the Hierophant and the Justice card. The Hierophant is kind of like a card of outside-the-box thinking, and the Hierophant says you have learned a spiritual lesson, which the Hermit also says the same thing. The Justice card is about paying attention to cause and effect. Now, you basically have Justice twice, because we go down in the Six of Pentacles. He's holding the scale in his hands, and both cards say you need to pay attention to give and take, and you need to make sure that situations you're entering into have equal give and take. With the Ace of Swords, you have the King of Cups. Queen of Cups. You have the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups. I kind of knew that there would be a little bit of love showing up here. For those of you that want love, I do feel that there could be kind of like a strong emotional connection coming in for you. It doesn't have to be a water sign with the King and Queen of Cups. It could just be like, what I'm trying to say is like intuitively, I feel this could just be a strong emotional connection. With the Eight of Cups, you have the Three of Wands. Yeah, there's like something better. What did this card say? It says what you've been waiting for is about to be, your patience is about to be rewarded. So again, the Three of Wands can represent your ships coming in, and I feel like this is your patience being rewarded. He has been waiting for his ships to return. The other part of the Three of Wands is that he maybe needs to leave with those ships. He might need to get on those ships to go on an adventure. Maybe that's what he's been waiting for. The interesting thing about the King of Cups is that he has this boat that's sitting behind him. The boat on the King of Cups represents something very specific. It represents a time where our ancestors would get on boats and they wouldn't know where they were going. So the King of Cups, there is like an element of the King of Cups of stepping into the unknown. And so again, some of you might be stepping into the unknown. Next, in the area of messages from your future self, you have this No Place Like Home card and this Soulmates card. So again, you could be attracting a person who feels like home. You could be attracting a soulmate. Now, a soulmate doesn't have to be love if you don't want it. This could be like a friend or a mentor or someone you look up to. It could be someone who helps you on your journey. But I do feel it is love for some of you, clearly, just based off of everything that's going on here. For others, I feel it could just be a person. You have the Queen of Swords, the Six of Pentacles, and the Three of Cups. I'm going to show you here. The Queen of Swords is kind of reaching her hand out to this King of Cups. So some of you could be kind of like opening up to a person with the truth. It's funny that we have the Ace of Swords, which is the truth, and then she is also holding the one sword. And the Queen of Swords kind of says that she's willing to receive, but she has that sword up. Like she's cautiously optimistic. She's like making an offer, or she's willing to receive an offer, but she will, chop heads if she needs to as well. And so I kind of feel like you are in that position. Some of you could be opening up to a person here, just in general. You have the Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles is equal give and take. I do feel if you're attracting a person that they will be very kind of like equal. I think it's impossible for a relationship to be always equal, right? I think what's more important is like, for the most part, is it equal? That's what's important. It's like no one can give, I hear all these stupid things on TikTok, like a relationship should be 100-100. I'm like, well, what about the rest of the person's life? Like they have other things going on and no one can give 100%, neither can you. So, it's like, can it be 100-100? Hell no, it can't. That's ridiculous. But, again, I think as long as there's basically balance, it's good. And again, it's like sometimes you will give more, sometimes they will give more. As long as that equals out, then things are fine. And, but again, I think this could be a very equal connection. I would also any of you who are thinking about moving in new directions with the Eight of Cups, the Three of Wands, the King of Cups, with the stepping into the unknown, the Six of Pentacles is my card of taking that first step. So I think it would be an amazing time for you to like take the first step to get started on, any projects, or, again, if you're thinking about entering into a competition, in quotation marks, we're talking about like, going for that promotion or something that could be competitive. Like now would be the time to take the step. You have the Three of Cups. Again, I feel some of you are celebrating a harvest because we go Eight of Pentacles down to the Three of Cups. These three ladies are celebrating the harvest that is going on around them. If you've been working and waiting to get results, this could basically say that you are getting the results you've been waiting for, which is great. Definitely. So there definitely could be results here. With the Queen of Swords, you have the Page of Wands. You have the Page of Wands twice here, and Page of Wands is about following your enthusiasm. So with the Page of Wands, it's basically a card of being excited by a new direction or a new adventure in your life and kind of going on that adventure. With the Six of Pentacles, yes, you have the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles is amazing for love. So if you want love, Three of Pentacles represents like two people who kind of like want to work towards the same vision and want to create something of quality. So you could be really attracting a person who wants a quality connection. Outside of love, and I think this applies for all of you, even if you do want love, that I would really be focusing on quality. Now, a lot of people get this message nowadays, so I think quality over quantity for sure. Like in work, in business, in your career, whatever it is you do, I would really be focusing on, creating quality results, not so much quantity, because I think that will make you stand out more. We have to try to stand out with the Three of Pentacles, because it's a card of recognition. He is getting recognition from these two people for the work that he has done. So the Hermit, which also shows up here, the Hermit, he needs to get recognition. He has the star in his lantern, and he needs to shine that star out all over the place. So, these are really cards of standing out through quality. With the Three of Cups, you have the Empress. Yes, like celebrating a harvest. The Empress is a harvest. She has this wheat growing in front of her. She's creating a lot of abundance for herself, and I feel a lot of you could be doing that. I would also say that the readings have had this great focus on self-care, and I do believe, clearly if we take really good care of ourselves, that reflects in our life and, probably improves the quality of our life. So the Empress, I feel, in your reading is encouraging you to focus on self-care because that will just improve the quality of your life. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this release card and this prepare card. The whole entire reading basically has said that you're releasing something, and I think you need to prepare for something new. Again, I think that there's, some sort of change coming in for you, and you're preparing for something new. You have the King of Cups, Page of Wands, and the Nine of Wands. Again, King of Cups could be a person. King of Cups type people are usually, we're talking about the positive version, would be very emotionally stable, emotionally secure. They could be a little bit adventurous. The King of Cups type people, they usually don't worry too much about what's going on around them. Like, he's sitting in these choppy waters, but he is perfectly fine on his face. He's not worried about the choppy waters, and it's because he's in control of his emotions. So the King of Cups type people can come off as emotionless, but that's not true. They are just very much in control of their emotions. So you could be attracting a person like that. You have the Page of Wands. Page of Wands, King of Cups are about going on the adventure. Again, the boat behind the King of Cups. Page of Wands, he is just enthusiastic. I always say that the Page of Wands, he starts a journey just because he's excited about it. He doesn't know anything else. He is just willing to kind of go along and just see where the wind blows him, and he's just looking at something as an experience. He isn't attaching all these things to it, right? Which I think would be important for you as well. That seems to be, again, another very collective energy where it's I think we all should be starting things, like our ideas, our plans, our goals, wishes, relationships, whatever. But I think we need to approach them from a place of non-attachment, where we just say, I'm just going to look at this as an experience that I'm going to have, and I'm just going to see what happens. And I think, adopting that attitude could be very helpful. You have the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior. Nine of Wands says, don't give up. It's card of perseverance. But it's coming up in the good stuff in your reading. So it basically says you are not giving up, that you are staying focused, and you are going to continue to move forward. With the King of Cups, you have the Four of Wands. Married definitely could be a person that you marry in the future with that Four of Wands. Even if it's not marriage, Four of Wands can just be a really solid commitment. And so if you are attracting love, looks amazing. The Four of Wands is also a card of freedom. And I think that all of you could be kind of working on setting yourself free in your emotions. So the King of Cups, again, there are things going on around him, and there's definitely a lot of crazy stuff going on in the world right now. But he's not worried about it. He is just doing what he can with what he has. He is just focusing on what's in front of him, and he's doing the work. And that could set you free. With the Page of Wands, you have the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is a card of conviction. It basically says the more you believe that something is going to work, the more likely it is that it's going to work. So with the Seven of Wands, we have to know that we know. We have to believe something deep down into our DNA, into our soul, that the journey we're going to take with this Page of Wands is going to work out. And again, I think working on your belief system would be very important with the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands also kind of said, sometimes I feel the Seven of Wands means that you feel like you're not ready to do something. Again, he has a shoe and a boot on. And so the story of the Seven of Wands is that he had to rush out of his house, and maybe he felt like he wasn't prepared to defend his position at the top of the hill. But he needs to do it anyway because, he's as ready as he's going to be. But coming up in the good stuff, it would kind of say you are ready. With the Nine of Wands, you have the Devil. Again, the Devil and the good stuff would say you're overcoming toxic vibes or toxic energy here. And so a lot of you, with the Nine of Wands, you could be leaving toxic things in the past, and it's like you've healed and you're moving forward, which is great. You have this dog barking card. It says advice from a friend. Again, the soulmates card, like I said, that does not have to be love. And even if it is love, there is also something about this reading that was saying to me, like I said earlier, that, people who are close to you could be important. Three of Cups is your community. And so there could be a lot of really good advice from people who matter to you. And that's what I would be paying attention to with this card. You have this Ant card. It says work, achievement, success. There definitely could be more work and success coming in. Eight of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, all really good cards for the work that you're doing. You have this broken wishbone. It says, wish will not be granted. We were talking with the Five of Wands and the Seven of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands. We were talking about how there might be something that you're moving on from, or in also the Ace of Swords, because with the Ace of Swords, sometimes we have to cut one thing out and go get something else. And so I feel that there might be part of your journey that you are releasing. But like the example I gave you, it's like you are maybe realizing that something you thought you wanted is just like more work than it's worth or something like that. And so I feel like you're realizing that there might be parts of your journey or parts of your, dream life that you don't desire any longer. You have this carrot. It says opportunity or windfall. Definitely could be some sort of opportunity coming in for you here. You have a lot of cards of action with the Page of Wands and all the other Wands cards. So any opportunities that come your way, I would definitely take advantage of. You have this hat card. Says you will be playing a different role. I think pretty much all fire signs are, by the end of I don't know, I would say between now and the end of 2026, will probably be entering into a different role. That could mean like a new position, a raise, a promotion. It could mean a new job change. It could be a work change, business change, whatever. But, it makes sense to me. But this looks very good here, Sag. So thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your week.